Welcome to the MMA Evolution Expo press conference on Fight Logic TV. I'm Gabe Scarpelli. I'll be hosting tonight. I'm the owner and promoter of the MMA Evolution Expo as well as World Combat Series. We're going to be talking to some of the fighters today, and we're going to have Q&A with 5150, who's come out to talk to the fighters a little bit about their strategy for next month's fights, and we're all looking forward to a great event. The Evolution Expo is going to be February 8th and 9th, 2014 at San Jose Convention Center. And we're going to be hosting 13 plus events, including boxing, taekwondo, judo, wrestling, kickboxing, and an assortment of other great things like CrossFit, bodybuilding, of course, live MMA fights, which we're going to talk about today. I'd like to open up the panel today with all of our four great fighters. We have 2 title fights on the line, so really excited about this, along with 12 other fights. Today we'll be looking at and talking with Melissa Wang. Start it off for us. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the fight game.
I started off doing taekwondo when I was younger, and then in high school I was a wrestler. And when I started noticing MMA on TV a lot, UFC getting really big, I was like, hey, I'm interested in doing that. And so that's why I sought out a gym to train MMA in.
Excellent. How long have you been training?
About 2 years.
2 years. Excellent. Very good. And her opponent, Sarai Perez.
Hi, Gabe.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good. Thanks for joining us tonight. Tell us a little bit about how you got into the fight game and what your background is.
Well, I started training with Cooktar Mixed Martial Arts in Salinas, California. I was having a team to support me and put me in the MMA because they was agree that I can try and I can make it. I started doing taekwondo when I was a little kid in Mexico, and come back to taekwondo in high school, come to this country and continue with karate and Brazilian jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai.
Excellent. Yeah, a lot of mixed martial arts in there, huh? You got
Yes.
a lot of good exposure, and that's what's exciting about the expo is being able to bring all of the different sports that we have all under one roof and really given a path of what it took to become an MMA fighter like yourselves and like all 4 of you, the dedication to not just one art but multiple arts and paying homage to what it took to get there. I'd like to open it up to our next title fight as well. David Blanco.
Yep. From San Jose, California, trained out of the Institute of Martial Arts. I got my start actually in 2007 out of my lead trainer right now is Garage, Alan Stevens, and we worked our way up. Opened up his own gym with Kyle Terra Jiu-Jitsu, and now we're a full-blown MMA team, working our butts off to put on or to participate in events like this. So excited about it.
Yeah.
Been training about 6 years MMA. Never really had an individual discipline growing up. So I'm a pure MMA fighter. Learn the things you need to know from each individual discipline, put them together, and create a package. That's what I'm working towards right now.
Excellent, and I'm really excited too. You have a lot of kids that are coming up now, and they have a lot more opportunities. You probably had to seek out a lot of. Like you say, you started in a garage. You had some great coaches, and being able to just see the growth of the sport as a whole over the last almost 10 years has been phenomenal. It's been great. Luis Vargas, the opponent.
Hi,
the title defender.
Yeah, so my name is Luis Vargas, Lightyear Vargas. I'm currently a 2 title belt holder here for the WCS. I'm a featherweight and the lightweight champion. I started off wrestling in high school, and I wasn't the best, but I just kept on trying, and it took me where I wanted to go. I was just climbing the ranks and stuff, and then I went to tribal MMA. Started there and met some good teammates there, some friends, and we just hit it off there. And I wasn't really gonna start fighting. I was just there, just to train, just to help them out. A little bit of wrestling here and there, and just dabble in the classes. But my teammates, they were pushing me, and especially I have this one teammate, Justin. He'd always push me, and me and him became really good friends. And he would always just tell me, that he think I'd do great. So I gave it a try. And here I am, 5-1, ranked California, and hopefully put another win under my belt, and just keep on going, turning pro hopefully pretty soon. That's the main goal for pretty much every fighter, to turn pro. So that's what I'm here for.
And part of what World Combat Series does too is really cultivating and hopefully getting the next amateur that's going to make it pro, and really preparing them hopefully through all of the vessels that we have to take it to the next level, because they work very, very hard, diligent, 5, 6, 7 days a week, training 2 times a day. Their coaches, their camps are dedicated to what they do, and we're dedicated to what they do as well, because we love them all. And without them, you know, we wouldn't have a fight camp, we wouldn't have any of these shows. So I got a lot of respect and want to thank all the coaches, camps, fighters that actually support us, and of course all the fans that, you know, come out and give these guys hope that, you know, someday, some way, with all their hard work and dedication, they're going to get there, and it's going to happen sooner than later. So I'd like to open it up to 5150 for some Q&A, talking to the fighters, and go for it.
Right. Hey, Lewis, you're the reigning champ right here. Do you feel that you have more pressure on your side than David?
No, I always feel I have, you know, the same amount of pressure. It's always everyone's always, you know, looking at you to win, regardless if you're a champion or if you're an incoming, you know, challenger. It's always, the pressure's always there regardless. But you know, I don't want to put my guard down and say I'm champion. I'm just gonna go walk through this fight, you know. That's why we train. We gotta still train like if we're no one. We gotta train like we wanna win, like if we're hungry. So.
Thank you, Lewis. Question for David. Walk me through. I mean, I'm sure you know his record already, and he's the current champion. So, as far as your preparation, what holes do you see in his fight game?
So when we prepare at where we train, Institute of Martial Arts, we look at our opponent's strengths more or less. So I see he's a rangier guy, long of limb, great wrestling. So I look at these things and I look to take them away from him when we enter the cage. So those are a couple of things I can give you.
Thank you too much.
Yeah.
You got to keep certain things private, you know.
I love that. Sorry, I know Kukhtar. I love the fighters there. Very again, very exciting. It looks like the fitness for that fight camp, very, I don't know, their cardio is very impressive. What do you have any other preparations that you've done to fight Melissa this time around?
Well, I get out from Kukhtar last year, and I'm still training, but now with Salinas Taekwondo Academy, who kill me a lot with the kicks, the specialty. And we start training more like a boxing, and we'll see what happens in the fight.
Thank you, Sari. Melissa, in regards to your foundation, which is Taekwondo, very action-packed. Looks like Sarai has the same type of discipline and background. Do you look to finish it on the ground or standing up?
It doesn't matter to me how the fight ends, but I do plan on winning, and I'm just working as hard as I can to obtain that goal. Yeah, but stand up or ground finish, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah.
Lewis, where do you get your inspiration from?
Honestly, it's my mom. She raised me and my brother, and she was, you know, the only one. She's a single mother, so every day I would see her, you know, wake up, go to work, you know, do what she needs to do, and then after come home, and she would try to continue her education along, because she, you know, she came from Mexico, so she never had the opportunity to go to school. So she got her GED, and then she's going to college right now. So she just gives me, you know, tons of inspiration. I just want to, you know, be like her. Just live your dream, pretty much.
Excellent, thank you. David, likewise?
Yeah, you know, similar answer, and it's apparent. My mom, much respect to her. She raised, you know, 3 boys and a girl herself, and very much so. I'd put her in the same category as my dad, but I got to go with my dad. He's been in prison for the last 22 years, actually getting out in about a month and a half, so super excited about that. But big props to him, because he wanted to stay in our lives the whole time he was in there, and he taught us life lessons from behind bars, and I think that's one thing that I've taken to heart through the last 20-something years, and definitely excited about him exiting, and definitely somebody and something that I definitely keep in mind when I enter the cage.
All right, everybody deserves a second chance. Sarai, who's your inspiration?
My mom and my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom, because she did it everything by herself to support my brother and me and give her us the best. We try, and we always try every day. My daughter, because she started training as well as me, and as soon as I saw her that she was kicking better than me and more powers, I was like, hell no, she's going to kill me. So she's my big inspiration.
Thank you. Melissa?
I have several inspirations. One is God, because I feel like He blessed me with a natural athletic ability, and I feel like He wants me to use it for something. I don't know exactly what yet. I mean, I definitely feel a passion for MMA, and I think that He's supporting me through that. And also my coach, Coach Dave Velasquez, he's always pushing us to work really hard as we can. And he'll let us know when he doesn't think that we're working hard enough, and he'll really put it on us. He'll he'll put it on us if he knows that I can work harder. And then also my teammates, because I feel like without them, I'm nothing. They help me, they push me along, and they always, I guess, teach me things. And also my fiance, my amazing fiance, Isaiah, I really, really look up to him because he's super hardcore in the gym, and he's always training really hard, and he'll go in and friggin' spar for 10 rounds straight, 5-minute rounds, like one after the next. So that really inspires me that he's able to do that.
Also World Combat Series 135-pound Bantam champion. So.
Yeah.
And in the crouch.
Lewis, for the ladies, tighty whities or boxers?
I wear boxer briefs all the way.
Love the shades, by the way. David?
I'm a boxer briefs guy, except for when I sleep. I like the boxers, little breathing room. Yeah.
So, Raheem, tell me one thing that people don't know about you.
I love paint. Oil paintings.
Anyone out there in the market for paint? Oh.
No, right now until I get one very good model, a guy and a girl.
That would be Melissa and the champ right here. Huh? What about you? What's something that nobody knows about?
Well, some people know about it, but I'm an orthodox fighter, but I'm left-handed.
Okay.
I write left-handed.
Each one of you, okay, think about this. What round do you think you'll finish your opponent? Let's start with the champ.
When you train, you always aim for that first round knockout or first round win. So that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say first round. Hopefully, we go as planned, and training work. I mean, it pays off. So that's where I'm hoping to end it.
That's 50-50. I love knockouts. So. Melissa?
I don't know which round or how I'm going to win, but I just know that my goal is to win. Yeah.
Sorry?
No comment.
No comment on that one.
As a mixed martial artist, you never want to let the judges decide. So yeah, a finish is going to be great, and what way to do it in the first round? Better than the first round. So yeah, first round finish would be the way to go.
Yeah.
Finishes my question.
Excellent.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for us or about the program or anything?
In regards to the expo, people come in there, what do we expect to see? Tell me more about the CrossFit. Tell me more about the actual event. I mean, I know there's quite a handful of fights scheduled for that event. The people come in there for the 8th and then the 9th. Is it different both days?
Sure. Yeah. Both days kind of host 2-day tournaments. We have Taekwondo, boxing, like I said, karate, judo. We also threw in wrestling, which was really hard to find because wrestling this year has been under a lot of fire. So and me being a prior wrestler, and wrestling being a real good catalyst for MMA, trying to get in there, good hips, good balance. That was really great to find someone, Dan Pfeffer and Megatron Wrestling, to get them out there. Really excited about Claudio Franza bringing in Jiu-Jitsu by the Sea. It's a 12-year-old Jiu-Jitsu tournament. Gi Saturday, no gi Sunday. So you're going to see a diversity over the 2 days, which is going to be nice. And then there's a fitness competition also. This CrossFit. It's CrossFit Moxie. They're a local brand. And if you haven't seen a CrossFit tournament, it's just pure energy. you know. And what's great about all these different sports, you have all these guys who probably train somewhat like powerlifting or, you know, a CrossFit style training because it's really good for their cardiovascular, their conditioning, and their strength and conditioning. And then one of the last groups is the tricking competition, which a lot of these guys, it's called loop kicks, and they basically put together some of the most acrobatic martial arts I've ever seen in my life. And it's a spectacle. That's all I can say. You got to see it. And they're going to be there both days battling it out. So, and of course, World Combat Series. We got great fighters. We have great, just people with heart who put it out there. And I got to give them a lot of credit because, you know, this is our 14th show, and they've just been amazing every time. So I'm looking forward to it, February 8th and 9th.
All right. For the folks looking at the broadcast now, where can they check out? Is there a website that they can check out?
Definitely check out Facebook. Find us on the MMA Evolution Expo or MMA Evolution Expo. Most of our things are updated 25 times a day, as usual, because we like involving a lot of our promoters. There's 14 promoters that work underneath us, and they all do a great job. But registrations are open. There's 4,000 athletes that are going to be there. There's going to be 15 to 20,000 spectators. So, and we have over 100 different vendors as well. I wish we, you know, never forget the vendors. They're the ones that help us out tremendously as well. 100 of today's supplement and MMA companies just showcasing some of the top products in the in all the businesses I've mentioned.
Any questions?
I have some questions.
Yeah, we'll open it up to the floor.
This is Samuel from Logic TV. Just have a few questions for all the fighters, really. Maybe you guys could touch in on where you guys see yourself like a short-term goal, maybe 5 years from now, related to your fight career. Maybe you could just go into
Yeah. Let's see, 5 years from now, shoot, that would put me, pretty sure I'll be pro by then. I would say a legit pro career in 5 years, UFC type stuff. I think as a pro fighter, you can't have too many losses. Once you get too many losses, you're just you're fishing kind of. You're hoping to get a paycheck, and you know you're not really. You can strive for a championship, but it gets harder and harder the more losses that you come by. So in 5 years, yeah, I plan on having no losses at that time, and sitting pretty, working my way up in the UFC.
When you started off doing mixed martial arts, did you plan on becoming pro, or is this something that's
At the onset, no, just liked it a lot, liked the physicality. I felt there was a void for my athleticism that I needed to fill up, and it came with martial arts, came with mixed martial arts, and after doing a couple of pancreation tournaments, kind of realized there was something going on as far as the camo being formed in California, amateur mixed martial arts. So entered the inaugural tournament in 2010, did quite well, lost in the semifinals, not expecting anything. And after that, I saw myself, as a future pro fighter.
Well, we are looking to be pro and probably try out the trial for in Las Vegas for the UFC, that they open the division to 115. And after that, we'll see what happens.
Maybe Melissa?
Well, realistically, I probably only have 3-4 years left before I become a mom or whatnot. But within those 3 or 4 years, I hope to make it to Invicta. I don't know about UFC, maybe. That would be awesome if I make it there. But for sure, I want to be on Invicta as a pro fighter within that time, and then have a kid in the 4 years or so.
You guys have been pretty excited about to see Invicta be created.
Yeah, super excited. Yeah.
A lot more opportunities in
There
female
is.
fighting than there's ever been. It's been amazing. And UFC opening up the 115 class has really opened a lot of doors, you know. And you can kind of attribute it from a wrestling background, because after wrestling there was really nothing. Going into, you know, MMA was just the natural course of action for us to take a look at. So, you know, it's exciting to see you guys have these great opportunities, and, you know, the next step is there for you.
Maybe Luis, you can touch on the same.
I see myself in the UFC, you know, rocking that championship belt right there. You know, I want to be, you know, I'm not in this to, you know, I love fighting. But, you know, the one thing I love more is, you know, to go out there and to win, you know, because you know, when you win, it's like nothing else in the world. You're just like by yourself. It doesn't matter, you know, who's there or how many people are watching you. You know, all your hard work pays off, and you know, I love fighting because of that reason. You know, everything that I've fought for, I've trained for, it's paying off. You know, so I mean, I see myself in the UFC. You know, maybe 2 belts too. You know, like lightweight and featherweight. I don't know. You know, whatever happens, happens. But you know, definitely the UFC. You know, just train. I got a lot of time. You know, I'm pretty young. You know, I started training a year ago and a little bit over a year ago, and you know, I've done pretty well for myself. So I believe if I, you know, get my mind straight and just start training, you know, we got a great new gym. We're under Dark Horse now, so I think both of our teams meshing in, man, we're just gonna be a powerhouse. No one's gonna stop us. We're just gonna be out there and just, you know, no one's gonna want to fight us either, though. So that's probably the bad thing, but you know, it is what it is. We might have to just start traveling to places where they don't know about us because we're just so, you know, bad and we're gonna be dangerous, you know. So yeah, I mean, 5 years UFC is the goal.
Okay, so speaking of UFC, is there any UFC fighters that you either looked up to or maybe shape your fighting game after you like to strike the people like?
There's a lot of fighters that I've, you know, seen over the years that I've really, you know, really liked, like GSP, his ethic, you know, his wrestling is really like crisp too, and there's a lot of fighters like I know Silva. He just kind of broke his leg, but he was probably
No
the
kind of,
greatest.
brother. That was definitely that was a wraparound.
He's definitely one of the greatest, you know, fighters that there ever was. So you know, and then King Velasquez also, you know, I like that he fights out of San Jose, you know, my city right here, and you know, he puts it down for everyone here, and I like his brown pride, you know, because he's Mexican and I'm Mexican, so it kind of, you know, it feeds me a little bit, you know, maybe I could be the next, you know, big thing, or, you know.
What about you, David? Is there any UFC fighters that you?
Yeah, I got great respect for Frankie Edgar's a guy that I like to watch and enjoy a lot. I think he has a ton of heart, and I think I see a little myself in him as far as the heart's concerned, just ready to do what needs to be done in the cage. Jose Aldo obviously is a great champ at 145, dynamite athleticism going on there, and I feel like I've yet to tap into my athletic potential, and I think in due time I can get to something like that. So a couple of guys that I can name.
That's right. Either male or female, is there any UFC fighters or fighters maybe in Victor that have caught your eye?
No, not really, but I would like I like the way that the Ronda Rousey fight, and I'm not like watching too much the UFC girls fight. I like more the guys. It's more blood. Sorry.
Let's say guy or girl, any professional fighters that you like to shape your game after?
Well, there's a couple girl fighters that I really, really like. One is Michelle, the Karate Hottie Watterson, and she's #1 in the world for atom weight right now. She's a really awesome fighter. I love her stand-up. I love her ground game. She's super well-rounded. And then also one of my friends, actually, she's #1 at straw weight right now, Bar Ponchak. She's an amazing fighter, too. So I really look up to them and their skills and how much work they put into their work to get to where they are on Invicta. Yeah.
I have a question for Gabe. I've been around since before Camo was even around, and I've noticed a lot of events, and they happen on all different sizes. But I could say one thing I've noticed that your events really stand out, and they're more on a pro level. Is there something that that you can contribute that to that's really set you apart from other promoters, maybe?
I have a real affinity for mixed martial arts, and I saw the same thing when Camo first started coming out. I would go to local shows and smaller shows, and they all did a great job. I mean, everyone was trying to create something, you know, and we had opportunity, and I saw an opportunity, and I really wanted to take it. So bringing together the expos for us really opened up a lot of vision and views for the fighters. So we were able to kind of capture more of an audience and grow exponentially, especially over the last couple years. So that's really contributed to our success so far. And then also being able to get into a lot of the great camps in the area and the support network that we've received has just been immense. And yeah, that's been part of our success, definitely, and a lot of hard work. I mean, I still street hustle. I was out grinding in downtown San Jose till midnight last night, talking to local restaurants, bars, just trying to gather more local support for these fighters, because what they do is amazing and how hard they train is amazing, and the more people that see it, the better for all of us.
Do you look for a certain thing in the fighters that you bring in? I know you don't really matchmake yourself personally, but is there something that you look for particularly or hope for your promotion?
Our matchmaker is Mike McNeil. He's actually a co-promoter too. He does Central Coast Throwdown, and I've never wanted to matchmake myself. I get really friendly with the fighters because they're great people, and like I said, I have an affinity for the sport. So I leave the matchmaking to more capable hands. And for me, bringing together top-level fighters, especially in the amateur rings, they're almost there. They're all just about there. It's just great for me and our organization to see these guys transcend to the next level.
Okay, maybe back to the fighters. How do your parents feel about you fighting? I know, David, you said that your father is behind bars. Is he informed on how your career has gone this far? Or?
Yeah, he's very much so informed. He's supportive, put it that way. He's supportive of whatever. He knows I'm a grown man, and he knows I'm going to make the right decisions. If it were up to him, though, he probably would want me to continue in education and further my postgraduate education. But I have strong support from him, and he's gonna be on the side of whatever I choose. So and my mother again would probably rather see me continue my education and get a career started outside of the cage. But again, she's a strong supporter as well. So both of them know that I'm gonna make the right choice myself. They trusted me to do that. So fun.
I had the support of my mother, but only in education way. She doesn't like the fights, nothing like that. Just my daughter. She's the one who is behind me and pushing me.
Has your mother seen you perform yet, or? Has your mother seen you perform?
No,
Wow.
she doesn't like it.
Maybe Melissa, maybe you could really quickly touch up on that as well.
What
Do
were
you
we
have
talking?
any support from your parents? Do your parents approve?
My parents are okay with me doing it. They haven't seen me fight yet, but they're very supportive parents. I'd say my biggest supporter is my fiance, Isaiah. He always encourages me to believe in myself, and he's just always there for me and kind of pushing me to work as hard as I can.
For me, my mom at first, she wasn't really into it, but after she started watching me, she's been in every fight and she loves it now. So yeah, she wants me to keep on going. So
That's great. Well, guys, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out today. I'd like to thank the great fighters for showing up today and talking with us. It's MMA Evolution Expo, February 8th and 9th at San Jose Convention Center. You can find us on Facebook. You can see us at www.mmaevolutionexpo.com as well. And we look forward to seeing you out there. Come support local MMA. Come support local martial arts. And thank you guys for showing up today. And thank you, Fight Logic TV, for hosting it. Goodbye.
Watch it.